The last session was mainly tying up loose ends around Vyssqarn. Does anyone have any recap info that they want to share? Anything that they remember? Um, I can chime in too if we leave anything out.
Well, we had discussions with the satrap in Vyssqarn. Informed them of the shadiness of the silver argent, or no, the argent flail, and he urged us to continue our trip hastily and make sure we get there safely and share the information that has been given to us to the Emperor.
Yeah, that was pretty much the main effort. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hey.
Is this thing on?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You in Italy?
Hi, I'm gonna be late,
Mm.
but I'm here now.
So
No, just New York.
New York. Um, so we're just talking about the last session. You guys were just tying up some loose ends in Vyssqarn. You talked to the satrap there, whose name was Jay Dag, and he told you to basically make haste to the capital and deliver your message to the emperor. So we left off with you guys kind of getting back on the road. You decided not to undertake the Argent Flail's mission that the leader had offered you. The leader of the Argent Flail, that is. Um, so here you are getting back out on the road. Does anyone have any questions or good?
We also investigated a mad person in the sewers in order to try and gain more information about stuff that may be happening outside the nation. And we got a sort of riddle.
And there's also an advisor to the satrap that was sort of suspicious looking, and we should investigate him more at some point.
Key takeaway from that, he was bald.
Yeah, super suspicious.
Ah, yeah, I can see that.
And tattooed.
Yeah,
Oh, those are the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look like that.
Bald people are fine. It's bald tattooed people that are the problem.
Oh.
That's
I do have a question.
okay.
Did we or do we still need like a forgery kit or anything? Like are we doing anything with that?
Do not believe so. I think we nixed that plan, right? So,
I think we sort of went around that because
Okay.
the satrap was just kind of cool. With he didn't like the Argent Flow a lot, or at least that's what he claimed.
Yeah, I mean, we felt that he was already fed up with them and their shenanigans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remy also has a genie's eyeball in their pocket. That's fun.
Very interesting.
And then we hit the old dusty trail.
So does anyone have any questions or any business that they needed to do, like the forgery kit before you guys hit the road? Doesn't sound like it.
I mean, if we still have the stuff for that forgery kit, it doesn't hurt to keep it. We may need it in the future.
I don't think we ever bought one. I think it's something we were thinking about getting.
You know, and just putting it out there, even if we don't use it now, it may be worth it.
On our way out, was there anything else I got from the postmaster to deliver onward to the capital?
No.
Okay.
Well, I thought he did give you something.
Yeah, he gave me one thing, but I asked him to
Yeah,
see if
nothing
he could
else.
dredge up anything else. Okay. Sounds good.
So, in general, people are believing that Donaria is gone, and you guys have given that story a couple of times since you have been in Vyssqarn. And I don't believe that you secured any caravan jobs or any other work on the way to the capital city. So you're mainly just grabbing the old camels that you already had and hitting the road that goes along the river.
Oh yeah, that was one other thing. Didn't the satrap give us paperwork to help us procure a license for becoming a mercenary company?
I think so. But you haven't agreed on the name.
Right.
Were the oceans, sorry, what is it? 011, the Mirage Breakers.
Oracle's 11, Mirage Breakers. Yeah.
Someone had suggested that we break it up as we are the Oracle's 11 division of the Mirage Breaker Guild, which I'm down for.
Yes, if we want to, use everything.
So, you guys leave these gates and you leave the outer gate again and pass by all the industry that's going on out there. The war machine continues churning, and this road along the river is kind of winding. At times it is close to the river, and other times it's not. But of course, you guys always have a source of fresh water going this way, and it's very well traveled. There's people going. There's a lot of people going in your direction. If people were going in the other direction, oftentimes they would just be on boats going down the river. But you guys are going against the current, which means you're going with the current of foot traffic. So there's quite a lot of, it's quite a busy road. Definitely the most traveled route in the entire empire. So your privacy may or may not be as easy as it was before when you guys were traveling in the wilderness. And, you're probably just, when there's not a caravanserai to stop at, you're probably just making tents along the river.
So our formation probably somewhat important to decide here.
Yeah, if we're going to stick on the road, I surmise that we should consider that. Plus, of course, we need to protect our camels and such.
Our camels and our Minaris and I propose a tortoise formation with Minari at the center.
All right. Should Farron or I be the front and back in the caps?
For scouting purposes, you mean?
Yeah.
I definitely volunteer to be the back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably best since you have the most range. I'll take front.
I'm sticking next to Minari to smite anyone that tries to sneak up into.
Alright, I'll for the first bit of the journey, I'll probably keep an eye out for any Argent Flail shenanigans. Being that perhaps we know too much. But otherwise, then I'll be just prioritizing keeping an eye out for, monstrosities or bandits, I suppose.
Okay. So what's your passive perception?
I believe it is 18.
Okay. Bandits shouldn't be too much of an issue on this road. And there's honestly a lot of small cities or towns and hamlets dotting the road as you go. So when you first set out, it's probably 2 days of traveling until you get to the first caravansary. And let me see how long this whole journey should take.
I now also have good berries, so food-wise, I think we're definitely good.
Everyone, yeah, that's so true. So it's about 600 miles.
It's a long way.
Mm-hmm.
We did that in 2 days?
No.
No.
I got confused there. I was going to say, how is that possible?
Speed.
Yeah, so exiting Vyssqarn, you have to cross over this pretty old bridge that's just like some of the gates there refurbished. The river forks off in Vyssqarn and goes in a different direction. And it's at a very prominent place on this side of the river. There's the map. And after 2 days, you arrive at a caravansary, and it's not as busy as the one that you had originally stopped at, where Denari almost got assassinated. Did you guys want to? It's definitely toward the nighttime, and that's to be expected. This caravansary is situated at a place where it's expected that people would leave from Vyssqarn and travel 2 days, generally by camel, and be getting here toward the night. So it's about 55, 60 miles away from Vyssqarn. Did you guys want to stop there?
Probably, unless we want to just push through, but I'm pretty sure that not all of us can go multiple days without sleep.
I feel like you're probably the only one that can.
Well, there's Denari too.
Definitely Denari. Let's do it. Yeah, I miss our late night talks.
So those two can go on by themselves and get targeted by assassins. We'll sleep peacefully at this
Well, like when we're not at a caravanserai, we're just presumably like pitching sleeping bags and just sleeping out in the desert, right?
Right.
Honestly, I feel like it's almost safer
To be in the desert.
to be in the desert in a location where maybe we're a little bit high ground, so we have
More control
good
over the
view of
situation.
the area around us. Yeah.
At the very least, should we like stock up on supplies, or what's our situation looking like?
I think we're fine for food. So
Yeah, remind me, Minari, you can create water, right? So Farron and I can create food. Our new ally Minari can create water. So really, I think we're pretty good.
Yeah, I can create water.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is if we need to trade, be a good place to stop. If we need to sleep, we won't have, it's not our, we don't have home field advantage.
You could maybe get some rumors, fill up on gas.
Sure.
It's the first thing I do when I go to a gas station. I ask them what kind of rumors are going around.
Mm-hmm. I do love my rumors.
Is that what you call your stretch?
Yeah.
So you're nearing the caravanserai. It's a little bit off in the distance. The night is falling, and you guys could either just veer off and sleep out in front of the stars, or head into the waiting arms.
Yeah, maybe like an hour.
I mean, what are the odds that there's some kind of holdup?
Hi.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm indifferent, honestly. It's all up to, the majority, I suppose. But I feel no way towards one or the other. Sleep in beds or sleep in bags.
What do like Kaizen, Ramiel?
I'm always down to sleep under the stairs.
You're not allowed to sleep on a soft bed.
Yep.
It's against your monastic order.
Rocks make great pillows.
Really, you got to keep the spine stiffened, Really. Good posture is part of a good day.
Flexibility is not important. It's about being stiff.
I think
acrobatics 101.
Gotta be in pain to learn how to fight through the pain.
There you are.
Even with our disguise, I think it's probably safer to stay out of the public. I mean, if we don't mind camping, then it seems like staying away from civilization as much as possible in our journey will keep suspicious eyes away from us. Or it might invite trouble out in the middle of nowhere where somebody can ambush us, but being in public hasn't stopped people from assassinating us, so.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of to combat that, or not combat it, but devil's advocate is in the city at least there's others that may be able to assist. We're not, say we kill people who attack us, it's not their word against us. They're survivors. Not that we ever leave any. But, like you said, if we're out in the wilderness, it's nobody's turf. It's hard to predict where we're going to sleep out there. So it's harder to set up ambush. But in city, yeah, they could already be prepared. So it sounds like we're game for out in the wilderness. Maybe just stop and grab some food for camels, a rumor or two, and then continue a little bit into the night.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that sounds good. Mm-hmm.
So you guys are getting some food from there?
Maybe stop for camel food.
Okay.
Like stop at the stables.
Mm-hmm.
Since we haven't really been tracking camel food.
Yeah. So is one of you gonna go in and get the camel food?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can head in.
I'll go with Coach.
All right. So you go in and buy a fair amount of it, probably costs you like 2 gold, and that'll keep you for the rest of your journey.
All right, we got it. 2 gold. Removed it. Here we go, fine, sir.
All right. Seems good.
By the way, have you heard of any strange travelers?
Yeah, anyone that might look a little funny, besides the walking bug and the goat.
Oh no, we see a lot of your kind out here. Nothing too strange except all these folks rolling in from the north.
Oh, Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen a number of them west of here as well.
That's only a thing out of the ordinary, but of course, out of the ordinary is ordinary for us at a place like this.
Has there been any... Sorry, go ahead, Coach.
Oh, no. Go ahead. I was just going to say, how the ordinary doesn't normally get here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to ask also. So, in Coach's head, I said, so go, yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, how the ordinary does it get out here if it seems so normal for you?
Oh, I mean, it's pretty normal to see all sorts of folk like you. I mean, even rabbit people, sometimes lizard people.
Oh, man,
We don't
those are the
judge.
worst.
A coin is a coin.
That's very, very open-minded of you.
Well, thank you for the
feed.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Excellent. Yeah, and then I guess we head out.
Yeah, we should. And in your head, obviously. Interesting. There's more Lorne followers coming through here as well.
Yeah, that does.
Hasn't the mountain pass pretty much separated us for ever?
Yeah, does
I mean,
anyone want to roll history on that as you guys are sitting around a campfire?
Yeah, we go back and continue on.
Well, as we're walking back, I'm just in my head thinking hey, by the way, sometimes I feel like we have conversations where you're talking multiple people are responding to you, but I feel like I remember you thinking to me that you can only think to one person at a time. So do you just repeat yourself constantly?
Oh yeah, it's it sucks. Yeah, it's a lot, but to keep communications open. Actually, I can do it with multiple people now, but only a few. But it's only for it's for an extended period of time, much further distance. So there are some benefits, but yeah, it's interesting. It's hard to, obviously, you say something to me that you want to say to a Pook, I've got to communicate it. I got to try and be clear and dictate. It's a little hectic, but I suppose for all it's worth, I don't mind it.
I think from here on out, Russell should have to message us what he wants to say, and then we have to say it to the group.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
like,
you know, I
you
think you
all
do.
just message me, and I message the targets.
Boy, that sounds like even more work for you.
Yeah, and I'm a slow typer, so
I know. Either way, I just, yeah, I appreciate you going through that just so that we can have what is mostly a normal conversation.
yeah. Well, yeah. The normal conversations, it's fine when you guys talk to each other out loud. I can understand what you say. I just, if I were to try and communicate out loud, no one would understand me unless you speak Thrycreen.
Uh, not part of my repertoire. But I have heard of some people with the ability to like teach themselves language with magic.
Yeah, the my mandibles, they don't really allow me to speak in the normal tongue, I
Yeah,
suppose.
yeah, it would probably be tough to say like the P sound without lips.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, they that yeah doesn't really come out very well.
That's
But
fair.
yeah, so no, I mean by all means, you all can communicate aloud. I just can't, so I'll communicate. And if you ever want to speak to someone privately, I can always transfer the communications. I'm an impartial body, so no worries. Your secrets are always safe with me.
All right, good to know.
So, I made if you launch the campaign, I made a map of the world, but I just put it in here.
Oh, fun.
And
Wow.
Ooh.
you guys about the wow, whoa. About the mountain pass, these mountains are pretty much unpassable. Like especially in large numbers, like an army can almost never make it through these mountains. But maybe some of the missionaries are coming from there, but it's more likely that they're coming this way. And nobody goes this way
Which is why
because
it's strange, right, to see them already this far. Like on a first sighting of
yeah.
them in Vyssqarn, or even the caravansary near Fish and Hunt, Nasanon, was pretty much like the first time we had seen them,
Mhm.
and they're already in Vyssqarn and beyond.
Mhm.
So it's not like it's something really too new.
Yeah, if any of you are from Karj, this is the religious capital of KH, where there's a shrine to almost every deity. I don't think anyone is like technically, but you could if you haven't decided where your character came from. Maybe you might have some experience there. But yeah, it's a real bastion and a real holy site to be here. And the like every when you die, if you die in an ideal way or whatever, like you would your body would be buried in the city of the dead. You'd come all the way. Your body would come or you alive would come all the way up the river and like die
Would you,
or like get cremated or buried over here.
would you say that's like a religious ceremony, is like to put your corpse on a boat and just let the river take you all the way to Shindui?
Well, no, because the current goes the other way.
Oh, shite.
You'd go to Mithrist.
Plague. Just send our plague-ridden people that way. We'll take out those wizards.
You hate them, huh?
I don't know yet. But so far, they don't give me a good feeling in my gut.
So you guys are somewhere. Oh shit! That thing's massive.
Was that Tarask?
No, it's a Yeti. So you guys are somewhere around here, probably. These are too big. Oh shit! Didn't show me all these tokens that I don't have, because the
Yeah,
number
I
of
agree.
tokens that I don't have is way more than that I do.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's something I have.
I want a large monster.
Oh, you do? I was looking for a tiny, like a pixie.
Well, Doug is the avatar.
I have a tiny monster.
Hmm.
I think I had it in a pixie, but I lost it.
So you guys have a pretty relaxing night under the stars. You got all your new camel feed, and there are several cities. Not cities. It's really the wrong word. Towns that you're gonna like run into along your journey, or see them. And there's also, plenty of roads. You're traveling on a road, and there's roads that just like shoot up north. There's not really any bridges that go across. You'd have to do that a different way. But like as you get to these crossroads, you'd have to figure out. Well, you're obviously not gonna go that way because it doesn't go toward the capital. But
Could we just go straight and say screw the river
you could.
if we so desired?
It might be a little bit faster, but not a ton faster. Because you had to beat through like the wilderness and everything.
We're great at that.
This is a little more wild though, because down there was really barren, just barren stretches of desert, and
Yeah, I would imagine though, because this is more civilized area, that there's probably maybe more, but they're less dangerous as a whole or individually. Whereas out there, they're all ravenous because they're all fighting over
yeah,
what little resources there are. So
that is a pretty fair assessment. Even the monsters that you'd run into in the wild out here would probably not be, at least like they wouldn't be like packs of Kruthiks probably, but
or giant sandstorm devil.
yeah, true. So would you guys rather do that?
What do you all think?
I think the river path, as long as on the other side it's not like really obfuscated or anything, probably safer because it takes off like half of like where people could approach from.
Yeah, that's true. The road makes it easy traveling.
Yeah.
But good sight lines.
Yeah.
This is still considered desert, though, right? So,
Yeah, it's more like a rough desert, though. I
but
mean,
for all intents and purposes, we wouldn't be slowed.
no,
No, like heavy woods or.
Yeah, not because of Farron's natural explorer.
I think river path probably better actually, even if it takes a little longer.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Get
good.
into that, yeah.
Stopping. Well, we got enough food for the rest of the trip. So really, just we can either continue avoiding the little caravanseries and towns, or we can. I think it would actually be good because, if I'm being honest, I have a little bit of concern about Lorne. The people of Lorne, they seem to be trying to spread their religion. There's nothing wrong with that per se, but we never really got confirmation about the manticores and whether or not the Lorns caused that or not. They're usually up in the mountains, I do believe, so that's pretty far away for them to be traveling. So something had to have disturbed them out of their typical base and then pushed them towards the caravansary. But yeah, I mean, that's what my only thoughts. Maybe if we stop in the cities, we can verify that there isn't any Lorne shenanigans going on.
Yeah, maybe we can sort of map out their movements if we keep asking about it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, as much information as we can gather so we can share it when we arrive.
So is that what you want to plan to do? Is like stop in each city?
Maybe just here, ask around a little.
Yeah.
If everyone else wants to stop and see the towns, that would be. If we're going to stop, that would be my plan. Is to look into the rumors and check about Lorne and make sure there's no funny business going on. No, like hidden communes being started.
Hmm.
So say the Lauren are trying to convert people down here. I guess why do we care unless they're just trying to appease the population before trying to conquer the population?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about the religion of Lorne, but you know, some places, some cults, right, parade as religions. So how do we know this isn't some cult? All we know is that something caused the emperor to decide to need to reach out to the oracle for answers, and it sounds pretty dire. So we've all of a sudden are starting to see a lot of these priests, and I'll lay to my quotes, trying to travel throughout our lands, maybe set up shop in key places of infrastructure. I don't know.
Yeah, and then what did the message from the fake oracle say again? Something about like, calm down, my guy.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like, hey, don't worry about it. Whatever you're worried about is nothing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, seems like maybe the Lauren are trying to strike down here.
Have
But
we
again,
seen?
I don't know. Like for me, like I just kind of want to go to the Emperor and finish what we did here. But we should probably think about what role we're gonna play in all this because we want to try to do we want to try to stop them from what they're trying to do or try to convince the Emperor of what we think might be happening, or I'm not sure.
You're a learned man of religion. What do you know about the religion of Lorne? Is there anything? I'll be honest. The guys we've seen so far, they've all looked pretty much the same to me. No offense. So I'm not real sure if I know anything. But what I can tell you is I haven't seen any Thrycreans worshipping this Lorne.
That's
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
accurate.
I don't know much about Lauren in general. I'm trying to remember. Well, I don't know if anyone else is around here as well. So Surigar, no one here is like Lauren, right? Like no one in the party. Surigar is like Hashta and
Yeah, not Lauren.
okay, just trying to remember. Okay, so nobody here would be like, don't dog on the Lauren, I guess. So, yeah, I don't really know much about the Lauren. We didn't really talk about it much at the monastery, so
Yeah.
really, I was always taught that Akmana was was the way. So
Didn't someone in the party get, or maybe they didn't trade? I thought they traded books at one point. I was gonna say, if we wanted to know more about if they're trustworthy, we could look into that book a little bit.
Yeah, I picked up a book in exchange. Well, I told them I was sorry for being mean to them and asked them for one of their books. So I've got that if we want to flip through it at some point.
I probably, we'll have to take it with a grain of salt because it's their religious book, I assume, but
Yeah.
Right,
Wouldn't be a
right.
bad idea. Good idea, Romeo.
I wonder if it has a FAQ.
But correct me if I'm wrong, otherworldly entity that runs our lives. All the people we have seen in loin robes and adornments have all been human?
No, they haven't been monstrous races, that's for sure. They've been humans and elves. Maybe a dwarf, and you did see one Goliath.
Have we noticed that they don't use magic?
No, they have. They blessed us during the Manticore fight and also healed people.
What the heck?
Yeah, they use divine magic.
They're not. Okay. Interesting.
They use like wizard, sorcerer magic.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they were assisting us. But just between you all and me, if I wanted to gain everybody's trust, I would assist you first before I slit your throat in the night.
That's
Not
very
that I
open with
would.
you.
Yeah, as everyone trusts you.
Noted.
I wouldn't do that, of course.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
But
Also, you
people,
would say.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's just things that I've been thinking about as we traveled. To answer your question, guys, some of not, of course, these your superstitions are misplaced. Your empire is safe. There is no need to seek the end. There is no need to invoke the final pact. That was what the fake oracle was trying to sound to the emperor.
I see. Yeah, I think we should. It would benefit us to try to learn more about the Llorn if they're making their presence known down here when they normally wouldn't be. It seems like they could definitely be part of the greater story that's going on here.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe we get chummy with some, see if we can get them drunk and be like, oh yeah, you're not the first Lorne person we've met. We met this guy. He was really great, Oberon. And see if they're like, oh yeah, Oberon, he's so good, right?
Yeah.
And then we're like, ha, got you. Pull the rug out from under them.
And then wipe them all out, right?
Right, of course,
Right.
but all in the name of the emperor.
We never leave anybody alive, as you said earlier. All right.
So we've been following the river.
So, I assume a lot of this conversation took place while you guys are camping out near the caravansary, and when you're forced to make a decision, or not forced, but when you make a decision like this, maybe you're up all night worrying about things, and you hear twigs break in the distance, and investigate them, and it's just an animal and all this. But so yeah, you get back on the road, and in one day, the first little hamlet that you come across, it has a sign. It says Zarkamun this way, and the road does split and goes further north. And so you guys would be assuming that you're approaching a city named Zarkamun. And
Like the sign says Zerkman's on the way that we're going.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not? Okay.
it's like on the way or it's split off that heads more north and just following the standard road.
Yep.
So, guess we have a decision to make. Do we know anything about the city? Is there any like symbols or markings on the sign, maybe in like the edges? That would be discount or something.
No. Just says that the city's on the way.
Cool.
So that book that I have is a prayer book. Can I do some sort of ability check to see, like, as I'm flipping through to see if any of the names that we plan to pass by are mentioned in the prayer book?
Yeah. You could easily be flipping through it as you travel and everything, but it doesn't
I probably don't need to.
It doesn't seem to mention any places in KH. But there
Not
are
at all.
No, it just meant like it's just prayers, and one of them is a prayer for like fortitude, charisma, and fortune as you like spread the religion. That basically people's ears will be open to receiving the message.
Okay.
So do we want to head into Zarkman or just go through and continue to the capital?
Oh, sorry. It sounds like Zarkman's on the way.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I just meant to like, do we want to stop?
I don't know. If I have no basis for how big the city is, then I say we just go for it.
Stop, grab a beer, or continue through?
Yes.
Continue, do what we've been doing. Stop, talk about, ask for some rumors, and then keep going.
All right.
Okay. So you ride into this little hamlet, and it's just a handful of buildings around a well, and the people are pretty dusty, but they're going up or they're going about their business and hanging clothes or tending to their goats. It doesn't seem like there's anything too crazy or even like a tavern here.
If there's no tavern, then is there anywhere to, ask for rumors, or it just looks like a lost cause?
You could go to people individually, or try to stay at someone's house.
Is there a watering hole?
Yeah, there's a well.
Yeah. Maybe see if anyone's. Is there any Lorns about?
So you're looking around for people who look like they came from Llornian, and it doesn't seem like it. It just seems like normal people from KH going about their regular days.
Mm.
Did you want to try to ask around?
maybe like if there's anyone at the watering hole. Maybe if we're
Oh yeah,
letting
people
it-
come up throughout the day, and they're like giving you guys weird looks. There's an old geezer that comes up and says, "Is there something I can do for you?" Kind of in the way here.
Do not many people come through here?
Oh, many people were along the way. It's just you're standing in front of the well.
Oh, my bad. I stepped aside and let him through.
So he just pulls up a bucket and gives you a nod.
So if we want to get to Sanktethenos, we just keep going up that way, right? And I just point up the road.
Yeah, that's right. It's a winding road. I've been there a time or two. A couple of cousins that live there.
Okay. Any particularly strange people coming through here recently?
Particularly strange, no. Just the regular wayfarers. We did see a caravan of some people who really didn't look like they belonged in the desert. Took a lot of buckets of water. It didn't say much.
Were they named Nestle by any chance?
I didn't get their names, actually.
What do they look like?
They had like blue robes. Like I said, didn't look like they belonged in the desert. They were probably sweating like crazy.
And they just traveled through here without stopping or sharing any information.
That's right. They asked the same question as you, actually. Jay said, just go along this road to the capital.
Interesting.
Blue robes, that would be... Is that the wizard order?
No, I believe that's what the Lorne people were wearing.
Lorne people. Okay.
Blue and white, I think.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. For your help, here's a silver piece. Appreciate the information.
No problem, sir.
So interesting, Sargar. I mean, if you're trying to spread your religion, wouldn't you want to spread it in some of the poorer portions of the nation?
Right, you think they would have stopped to talk?
Yeah. Not just plow on through.
Yeah. So either they're headed somewhere or they're coming from somewhere in a hurry.
Yeah, or maybe they have delivery to make. Who knows?
Delivery.
Yeah. Just thinking aloud.
Yeah.
I guess quietly. That's a weird statement to say. Thinking aloud. Do you think we should be worried moving forward? Maybe some sort of ambush? They're looking for weird people. Oh no, he said they were just asking where the capital was. Never mind. They weren't looking for weird people.
Yeah. Maybe this town just wasn't like notable enough for them to stop it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe they just are targeting the big cities and relying on propagation there.
Yeah, to the outliers.
Yeah. It's an approach.
Sure, yeah. It's like when you pour water on the anthill, it spreads out to the outside.
Waste of water.
interesting analogy for you to be making.
I'm not an ant, man.
So
Onward.
yeah, without further ado, I think you guys continue onward, and you continue your you continue on your path and continue on your habit of camping in your sleeping bags off the road each night, eating good berries and drinking created water. Um, you know, I don't know. I assume somehow Sugar is hiding the scythes somehow, right?
Hiding what?
The scythe.
Yeah, it's wrapped.
Okay.
It's. I mean, I can't fully hide it. It's pretty large.
All right. And then like you've got Corbin walking around with two imperial wands, and of course Farron's armor gleaming in the sun, if she has it on. I know she was trying to be low key.
Maybe we have it covered up in cloths, like very thin cloths, so that's not so visible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing my my silk shawl over my head and around my upper torso to cover mine up.
And these towns that you're stopping in, they don't seem to have experienced a lot of the same wealth that Vyssqarn has come into. They're definitely not. They're definitely not cities of industry, and each town that you stop in as you're laying low, and it's several along the way, the story is pretty much the same. That there were people that passed through, but they didn't stay for long, and they were just trying to get to the capital.
All right. Well, I guess that's what we should be doing too.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It's not. I mean, we're not seeing any like structures being built for Lorne or any of that. So seems like they're really driving their way to get there as soon as possible. If it's just a single caravan, it shouldn't be. It's not like it's a huge risk for the entire capital.
So, you travel on some more days. So, in total, it takes, let's see, 20 days to get there. Going 30 miles per day. And, you can see it the day before you would have arrived. You approach a lake, which is pretty much the only major lake along the river. It's the river flows into a big lake and then flows away. And Sanktethenos is situated on that lake. And so you've arrived at that lake, and you can see it in the distance. Just towering golden spires and hanging gardens, and you can't make it all out from here, but you definitely know that there's a city on the lake, this gem of the desert empire. And some of you, I don't know, you may feel a certain delight or a certain dread, because I mean, for Ramiel, that is the place he was trying to get away from. And maybe some of you have been here before, but maybe some of you haven't. It would be hard to get down to Vyssqarn without coming this way, but I could see maybe if you were destitute or poor and maybe you went off the beaten path to get down there. But yeah, you're one day away. So, any plans or any thoughts going into that?
Holy crap, that place is huge.
It's just like a twinkle in the distance right now, but yeah, for you to be able to see it from this far away, it must be huge.
All right, so once we get in there, we should get things taken care of quickly here.
Sure. Yeah, we should try and get to audience as soon as possible. Remember all the paperwork we have with regards to our charge. I'll spend the entire day just keeping an eye out for any ambushes.
It's suspicious that we haven't encountered anything on the way.
I mean, we're on the nation's roads, the Empire's roads. They're probably frequented by guards. I mean, we passed a few, I'm sure, on our way.
I can't wait to not be Minari anymore.
You think it's
I think
safe?
I think it's permanent.
No.
Permanent.
After I pay Melion back, I'm gonna get some of the prettiest robes in the entire world.
Remind me, the poison we realized was similar to what a purple worm would be in like rarity, but there's no purple worms in this world. But it would be from like the hinterlands.
No, it's like probably from deep under the mountains.
Okay. Okay, that is just like something. Yeah. We haven't seen the Llorn caravan yet. So we're probably still on its trail, or it's preparing to ambush us. One or the other. Probably the first, if we're being honest.
It's
Yeah, I think they're just
interesting.
going to,
What?
I think they're just going to the city.
Yeah. Unless they were also taking camels, though, it's interesting that we didn't cross by any, considering it sounded like they were, being pretty frequent.
Yeah, I would have thought that they would also, they would sleep in the towns. So at some point we should have passed them, I would have thought, but we never did ask like how far behind we were. So, oops. But you know what they say, the closer you get to home, the more relaxed you become and perhaps make mistakes and get eaten by crazy creatures. So I should keep our eyes peeled.
Is that what they say?
I mean, that's what we say.
Well, I don't know if this is home to everyone's characters, obviously, but definitely Ramiel.
Oh yeah, not me either, but I'm just saying that's what my people say. When you get close to the catacombs, that's when you become lax and get eaten by worms or krithix.
Well, your home is much different than here.
Of course, yeah. This is probably the furthest east Melion has been ever.
So, you have maybe an anxious night's sleep. I'm curious. What do you? What does Ramiel think about returning here, Anne?
I'm kind of worried about running into people I know because I don't want to have to explain where I've been and what I've been doing and why. Um, I was wondering if anybody has a hat that they want to lend me so I can like blend in a little bit better, not stick out of my hair,
Your
my
win for
airy
hair.
hair, my winter hair.
A hat?
Yeah, something to cover my head. If not, is there like another gas station where I can get a really cheap one on our way?
I mean, I have a scarf if you wanna wrap that around.
Yeah, that'll do too. Yeah,
I have the
if you don't
scarf you gave
mind.
me too.
That's right. Well, whoever doesn't need their scarf, I will take whatever you can give.
I mean, I'm not trying to hide who I am. Here you go.
Thank you. I wrap it around my head really, really tightly. You never know I even have hair.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm not eager to see anybody I know.
What were you saying, Parthas?
Said I thought I had maybe like a set of spare glasses I could give you as an extra disguise.
Mm.
Is anyone else from
That could work.
this area?
Yeah, I'll hand those over.
Nobody else from here? Anyone else been through here?
I've definitely been through here.
Mm-hmm.
If there was nobility that I had brushed up against, it would have been in this area, maybe like a local duke or something.
I imagine. I mean, we haven't all discussed our origins, but I'm from the mountains south of TotF-KH,
Mm-hmm.
so not really anywhere near this area. And we all know Farron's the niece of the emperor, right? That's a thing.
I don't know about all that.
Yet.
Goddaughters.
You might know before I know then.
Maybe a consort.
Whoa.
I don't know. You know what you
I
do
guess
with
I
your
am
life.
pretty old, actually.
Yeah, you could be a concubine. I don't know how the emperor runs.
I'm a little too skilled. I like to rest on those laurels.
Maybe he likes that.
I don't think so. This guy from the desert is just not socialized anymore, huh? What do they teach you in the mountains?
On this map between Vyssqarn and Sanktethenos, which I can't properly say, would the Harangon village been about halfway that we were in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The one you stopped in?
Yeah. Because it wasn't my home village.
Mm-hmm.
To answer Melion's question, my tribe would be out in towards the hinterlands.
Really?
Basically due west of the tribe that we were near.
Over here?
Further.
Wow.
Where's... I want to do the ping thing, but I couldn't get... So, like, somewhere back in here, kind of tucked in the mountains, just off the forest.
Wow. Okay.
Would it be on the barren side or the non-barren side?
We lived on the barren side.
Yeah.
Down in here.
Okay. Denari's from Galandaron, which is like the breadbasket of the whole empire, and the monastery that she went to is probably around there somewhere. Maybe the same for Kaizen. I don't know. Maybe Kaizen was maybe more from Karj actually though, because he's such.
I was from a little bit outside Vyssqarn,
Oh.
the monastery out in the desert. You know, most of this journey, I'd always seen Vyssqarn as like the bustling city that I sometimes went to, and so everywhere we've gone has kind of been astounding to me. Vyssqarn was a little more, you know, the griminess felt a little more like home, I guess. But you know, but, these other cities and especially the capital now are like very, very nice, very fancy. It feels kind of weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I hadn't been there before.
Yeah, so not many of you have. So, you go to sleep under the stars and wake up to a beautiful, crisp morning, and you get back on the road and you're heading there. And there are many people leaving. I mean, as you guys have basically come further east, the further east you go, the more people are going west. Just to go to these other smaller hamlets or do some other things, but now there's definitely a sizable amount of foot traffic going the other direction as you approach the city, and you can tell before you even get there that it's not going to be like the other cities in a sense of they're only letting certain people in and you have to state your business and all that. It looks like the gates are pretty much wide open.
Like no one's there?
No,
No.
not like no one's there.
Okay, so someone's still there, kind of like 38 people entered between this hour and this hour. General descriptions kind of lacks security.
So
should we send the word at the front gate? Just, see if we can see someone of importance and let them know to tell people higher up that we're here and we'd want an audience with the Emperor right away.
Yeah, it seems like someone we can trust with a message like that.
Trust is a very charged word, I feel like.
Trust.
You do want to send someone ahead?
We should probably let them know that we're here. What can we do to do this? Do we have some kind of... we got the document. We got like a page of a document or a document from the satrap of Vyssqarn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we find some green behind the ear little guard dude and send him running to share the message.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds reasonable.
I think it's probably less likely there's corruption in the little guys as there would be in some of the higher ups.
Can I, whoever we find, can I ask them what their chain of command is?
Mm-hmm. So You guys approach the gates, and so just to be clear, you're sending someone ahead, right?
Yes, that's the.
Yeah, like some from the front gate. We find someone that seems truthful, honest day's worker, and send them to kind of try and give the message.
It's you and Surugar?
Sure, I'll participate in ascertaining the worthiness of this person.
Yeah. Well, if it's an open gate, we're probably close to the rest of the party, at least
Yeah.
within eyesight.
Okay. So, as you approach the city, you see the gleaming domes and towering spires. The city actually expands out onto the lake a little bit. And as you approach, I mean, even from far away, you could see those parts that are out on the lake, and those are probably the most regal royal parts, or at least some of the more sacred ones. And yeah, outside these gates that are just completely regal. I mean, they seem to be even like crusted with gold, which is like just like tiny, like not like overdoing it, but the walls themselves are built to look like they're gleaming gold, even though they're not. But they're not made of gold, but they have like gold inlays around the top, and there are some like capital guards there, but there's also one of the emperor's guards there. They're called the Vol Guard, and he's wearing a full set of mithril armor, probably newly made. Surugar, you've seen these guys before, and you don't remember them. They had great armor, but you don't remember them wearing this.
Okay.
There aren't that many of them, obviously. There's only one. But these are the elite guards of the Emperor. That's not for you to know, Luke. Yeah. Maybe they're Cyclopses.
Well, no.
Okay.
Or maybe it's just poorly.
Well, I would say the Emperor's Guard is, if they can leave their post, is definitely the person we'd want to take it.
You want to ask the Volguard?
Yeah, if he'll see us.
Yeah,
Okay.
Is he accessible?
Throw some names around, let him know that it's us.
Not super accessible, but you could probably talk to him because of your rapport.
Okay. I push up and I say, excuse me. Hello.
You probably have something you could say that would get his attention, like some battle that you fought in, or commenting on his armor, or some Vol Guard lore, and he'll walk over to you and he says, "Well,
Would everyone in the Vol Guard speak Vol?
yes."
And maybe I'll say something in that language. Try to catch it.
Yeah. So, yeah, he comes over and says, "Well, I didn't expect to see you here."
Yeah, well, I didn't intend to come back, but here I am.
Well,
You're
gonna-
something else in mind for me.
Since it's you're gonna have to show me some papers. And you could see people are going in. People are coming and going freely. It's throngs of people, going out to do whatever they need to do outside the city for the day, and people coming in as well. Travelers. But he's asking you for papers.
Expecting me, are you?
Well, it's just been a long time. and I had to give you a hard time. He motions for you to come inside the gates a little bit.
I follow.
All right, so you go around the corner, out of eyeshot of Melion and most other people, and he takes off his concealing mask, and he's got this messy, short, dark black hair and this wide smile across his face, and he's you recognize him as an old friend of yours who served in several battles with you.
Wow. Do I remember his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Ronan.
All right. Ronan. Wow.
He says,
How long have you been on the Valguard all this time?
yes, I stayed grinding, moving up the ranks. You quit. You gave up. And he punches you in the arm.
Well, there's a long story behind that, but I suppose you could say that. I look down a little and then I say, but I'm doing my best out here, and I'm on a very important mission right now.
Yeah, what's that?
Well, I have a message to deliver to none other than the Emperor himself. So
he says, no shit.
Yeah.
From the Oracle?
Yeah. From the Oracle. How do you know about the Oracle?
Well, we were told to expect a message. The word has gotten out that there was indeed a successful trip to the Oracle and back. So here we've been waiting, and I didn't expect to see you with the message.
So many people know about our mission. It's a wonder if we even needed to partake in it.
Well, it was a publicly advertised mission. And a hotly contested one at that. Word about the
must not be
flip.
very good about it, though. The way information moves faster than us, we'll have to try harder.
Right. Maybe you're just slow, though.
Well, we've had some setbacks for sure. Anyway, could you help us get this message to the Emperor?
Yeah, I'll move it up the chain, and we'll have someone get back to you. We'll find you.
All right, sounds good. I mean, wow. I didn't expect to see a friend here. I was expecting mostly enemies, so thanks for being the first face. I didn't get to see her.
Why would you expect enemies? You've been
It's
away
part
from
of
the
that
city
long-
too long.
Part of that long story. Maybe we can talk about it later over a drink.
That sounds great. When I'm off duty, I'll find you.
I laugh again and I walk back to the party.
All right. So there you all are out at the gates, standing outside the gates like some weirdos.
Hey, Sergey, you're familiar with the city. Where's a good inn we can stay? Tavern, somewhere with some discreet.
Well, for better or for worse, I actually haven't been in much to this outer part of the city. So I don't really have any good recommendations. Maybe we can look around and find one, though. Shouldn't be too difficult.
Sure. Did you ask your buddy about any blue-robed acolytes traveling through?
I forgot, but we're meeting later. I'll make sure to mention it.
Awesome. Yeah, just curious.
I didn't expect to see someone I knew so soon.
Oh, you knew him?
Yeah.
An old war buddy?
Yes. Yeah, we fought in and several battles together. In fact,
Huh.
not many, not many around from those days, fortunately. But good to see those that are. Anyway, let's go. Let's go in.
Before we go in, I want to run up to the biggest one of them and ask, "Hey, can I try on your helmet? I just got to figure out how you see out of these things."
Well, there's only one of them, and it's his friend.
I thought there was more.
Not right now. Well, he says, "Sure, girl. What is this guy on about?"
I give him a sheepish smile and I say, "He means well. Do you mind?"
He just.
I look at him with a twinkle in my eye.
I don't know if it'll fit on your head. I mean, you have a huge head. You have a lion's head.
That's why I was looking for the biggest person I could find.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man, but this one isn't gonna fit on your head.
No worries. I'll ask someone else. Thank you for your
It's
time.
not your size, yeah. All right. So, you enter through these gates. You're not certain if they're the main gates, because it would be hard to say that any of the gates are the main gates. There's several entrances to the city, and they're all equally ornate and well adorned and imposing. As you enter, you just instantly find yourself in almost a maze of hanging gardens overflowing with vibrant flowers that shade the streets and cast a cool shade on these wide streets. And you can see in the distance ziggurats, imposing and ancient, that are standing from the empire's long and rich history, from its founding under Hashta, the god of dusk. There's several lofty temples as well, dedicated to various gods and goddesses of KH Ra, rising majestically, with their golden and ivory surfaces reflecting the sun's rays. The city itself is alive with the smell of spice perfumes and this sweet scent. Some of you, it may take you back, the sweet scent of freshly brewed Zessan Delore wafting through open-air cafes and marketplaces. And the air is filled with chatter, with people from all corners of the empire, merchants peddling exotic goods, and rhythmic sounds of musicians playing in the squares and alleyways. And as you walk in, you just sense limitless possibilities, Anything you could want to find is probably here. I mean, anything that you could want to find in KH Ra is here, and all the pleasures and amenities as well. So what is going to be your first move?
Someone, you were looking for a drink along the way. I'm sure it's been a while. Perhaps we found a tavern.
There are many, many, many.
So we split up, trying to find one that suits our needs.
I was going to say, we find a good tavern, there's usually sleeping quarters attached.
I've got a delivery to make, so along the way, depending on who all's coming along, if we can stop at blah blah blah, that would be great.
I mean, I was planning to come along. That's fine.
What kind of place are you looking for? Most of the places are nice. There are some that are not as nice, but most are nice.
We've got probably. Here's a question, I guess, Sorgar. We're in the capital. We are on business for the emperor. We've got paperwork proving so. Can we just get like the absolute nicest place and wave the papers and be like, charge it to the emperor.
Well, as an important of a mission as I believe this is, I feel like the emperor sees hundreds of people a day. I don't think we would be considered particularly special in the eyes of this city.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
One thing I'm definitely interested in immediately is to try to liquidate the rock in my backpack.
Oh yeah, there's definitely many banks.
Yeah. So I would definitely be trying to get to a bank ASAP.
I'm with Kaizen because I have to pay Bailey on back.
You guys want to make
I'm
a
gonna
trip
go to the bank. Yeah, I'm gonna go as well. I've got that gold bar still sitting here. I want to exchange for money.
Head to an ATM.
Will they talk to me since I look ridiculous?
Yes.
Are we
Nice.
gonna go together and present all of our gold bars at the same time, or are we going to like trickle in over the course of a day, one gold bar at a time?
Which would be less suspicious.
Yeah, you're gonna structure it so that
There's-
they don't have to submit us like a suspicious activity.
Yeah, they don't have to get approval.
And
$1,000
also,
IRS.
really?
IRS pops up.
Is there
and,
like a
and
credit
also
union we
maybe
can
go
go
to maybe go to separate banks.
What
I mean,
then?
in this
I just
I
have
was
to
say-
go to the credit union.
in this area is like 1,000 gold, like a gold bar. Is that still like a ton of money, or is that like kind of
Are we gonna stand out?
like I don't know?
It's like a life-changing amount of money to like the average person.
Yeah, but people here are not necessarily average.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there are
I know
definitely
if
people
they're like,
wealthier than that here.
Slightly wealthy aristocrat coming through, or if it's like, nah, this person owns the place. Yeah, I don't know. So
I'm going to whatever one's FDIC insured.
Yeah, there's an elaborate banking system here.
I definitely think we should at least pair up, just in case some shenanigans goes on.
Oh yeah.
now, will I be
Maybe
able to liquidate my bar all at once, or will there be floating days?
You'll be able to do it all at once
Oh, okay.
for a fee.
Talking 1%, 2%.
Yeah, probably a couple percent,
Jesus.
couple 100%.
What?
You guys should have given yours away.
So, there's several banks. It doesn't take you long to find one that seems like it would be able to do this transaction, and yeah, you're basically waiting in line for the teller. There's a bunch of people coming out with big sacks of money, and some people may be depositing stuff there, but they wave you up. It's an elf. You're probably all there at once, and there's an elf there. With tiny bifocals, tiny little glasses on the tip of their nose, looking down at you. What is it you bring?
Hey there. Just looking to make some use out of this little doohickey right here.
Oh,
And I slap the gold bar on the
incredible! Do you mind? And he reaches out to grab it.
Can I roll like perception?
You could roll insight.
Or insight, okay. That's fine, man. The classic. Tough.
Okay. You think he's just doing his job? We'll need to inspect it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, so he grabs it and like it's like a Kit Kat sized shape of a gold bar, and he says, "Wow, incredible! This looks like it came from the Emperor's stores directly. Somewhat
Yeah, I'm not.
suspicious, but we don't ask questions."
I just kind of smile.
Yeah, we'll have to weigh this, and he has his own little scale there, made of gold, and he's doing all these calculations, and he says, "Yes. What were you looking to receive in exchange?"
Let's see here, and I like count on my fingers a little bit. Like, I think 1,100 gold would suffice.
Oh, sir, you simply don't have 1,100 worth of value here in this bar.
Oh, really? Someone else told me otherwise. What would you say it's worth?
This is a fair price. 900 gold.
900. That's crazy. Maybe I'll maybe I should go back to that other bank. I don't know.
Denari kind of nudges Coach a little bit to talk him into giving us the appropriate price, please.
Oh, you want me? I mean, of course. Hold on. Excuse me there, sir.
Oh, who are you?
Oh, name's Coach Coy. You may have heard of me.
What do you have to do with this business transaction?
Well, you see, they are some clients of mine. They owe me some money. I told them I gotta. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I gave the
Coach is secretly charging everyone for his services. He has a bill.
Just itemized receipt coming.
Yeah.
Per inspiration.
For services rendered.
Or insult thrown.
Hero training isn't cheap.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
he has
tough.
to pay for his gambling losses some way.
We don't talk about those. No, but honestly, here I'm just trying to make sure that we're getting the absolute fairest price. Because as my client over here had mentioned, we had just gotten a price not too in the other town for 1,100 on this.
Oh, I'm afraid it's simply not worth 1,100. This, I tell you, if I'm being honest, and you can make it out here on the bottom, he pulls out a magnifying glass and looks at this etching that's very fine, probably from like a laser, you know? You could barely read it. And he says, "These are engraved from the Emperor's store itself, and at most, given current exchanges, the amount of gold in a gold wrist coin, this would be at most 1,000 gold, and only under the most precious circumstances. But of course, we're rendering a service for you here, changing this. I mean, who's accepting this gold bar on the street, am I right? So, the absolute most we could do is 925 gold coins. Minted."
So, I guess I'm a little, maybe I just don't know any better. But why would it not be worth more as part of the Emperor's personal reserve?
Well, you see, we don't care where it's from. We simply an observation. But it does lend some credence to the fact that it is pure gold, which could be used melted down to make gold coins.
Okay. I appreciate your insight on this matter, and while I am disappointed, I think I will accept this exchange rate.
Very well.
For myself.
So what'd you say, 950 for it?
Definitely.
what he
That's
said,
definitely what he said. 950 for sure.
Oh, I said 925.
Oh.
Roll for it.
I was gonna say, if I get mine from a pook and walk up and say, and this is gonna be complete bullshit, going trying for persuasion. Like, if you have two, in theory, it costs less to do the smelting. So could we get 950 a bar for the two?
Partha steps in and also would like to partake in that deal.
975
975 for 3.
1,000 for
1200
4.
Yeah,
Wow.
1200 each for 6.
Wow.
Let's all toss them in.
I'll have to talk
I
to
guess
my
that's
manager.
I was going to say, if we can do a bulk deal here on this.
Yes,
help
please.
you
Your
out,
branch
help us
manager.
out.
Yeah.
I kind of just look at everyone like with
I
the
whisper
sweat
to the group.
face, kind of like, what the hell are you guys doing?
I
This is
whisper to the
not part
group.
of the plan.
I whisper to the group. Should we just casually mention that we, did the just a little bit of clout? Maybe they'll just let us swing by, get a little bit more than it's worth.
Oh, because we might get more gold later from the Emperor, so, we might as well.
Let's take what we can get now, but at least at this point, we're not just carrying literal bars.
Yeah, guys, I was bargaining for fun. I really couldn't care less about the gold.
I just like nudging Coach and throwing him into random situations.
Yeah, you're really good about that, Minari.
Another thing to add to Coach's, fees list.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to try my hand at persuasion for once to see if I could help with the situation.
Is there any chance that one of my deliveries is here at the bank?
No.
Okay, that's good. Good to know.
Right. Well, I suppose, Kevin, if you're happy with that price, I mean, we don't want to take up much of your time, at least for now. But perhaps if they are checking out, because I mean, clearly we do have at least one more apparently, and didn't know about that. If you could work out a little bit better price, if you have a couple here, we can come back. Are we leaving fresh in the morning, or are we here for one day? I like to work back.
I think the intent is to stay overnight, and I mean, the guy walked away, so.
Right. Well, fair.
So
I think the intent was to do this, drinks, relax the night, because I don't know exactly what time of day it is, then get the rest of the way to...
No, we're already there. This is the capital.
Yep.
The rest of the way to talking to the Emperor.
Yeah.
We're waiting for his guards to get back to us anyway.
Then Lord knows how long that could take.
Yep, indeed.
Well, let's just see what his manager says, or his or her. I didn't catch
their manager.
There, yes.
Yeah, he goes back and he
Aaron
does the scene
Tyson.
from Seinfeld with his manager. I'm gonna talk to you, and you pretend like you're talking to me, and then I'll go back out there. I gotta watch it real quick.
Hey, Corbin, this is the capital. Do you think there's some better chance of finding items of greater quality here, like stuff other artificers like yourself have made?
Also, we are closer to Biz, so this might have a lot more magical items if any of us are looking for stuff.
Yeah, I kind of need a new weapon potentially.
Biz is where you're from.
Yeah. It's where most of like the that's why I know about the the Mithras people. That's like one of their major stops is Biz to a lot of libraries there, a lot of books. The most probably the best magic people we have there in the country.
Which isn't saying much.
Yeah. Some.
So how many bars are you exchanging? Anyone not exchanging theirs?
I
I
mean,
will be.
Someone donated theirs, so there's not a full party's worth. I know.
True, I donated mine, so I'm just kind of like standing outside the bank, people watching, looking for any suspicious activity.
But your family is one of the richest families in the city, so.
So what?
So we're a
This
broke
is their
party.
bank.
Come on now.
This is their bank,
I
yeah.
Assuming
This
I
is their
don't want
bank.
to talk to my family. I left my family because I didn't want their money. I can't go back to them asking for money. First of all, embarrassing. Second of all, on principle, I won't do it.
Yep.
I only
So
heard
what?
3 or
something you
4
work on.
bars potentially. Unless someone willingly speaks up, I was assuming only the ones that spoke up were putting their bars up.
Yeah, I'm putting mine in.
I'm
So
on the
that's-
fence.
Okay. Well, he comes back out and says, "I've spoken with my manager.
Did you really?
Yes, $9.50 for each bar in bulk."
I mean,
We have it
I'm
right
cool.
here.
That works for me.
That works for me. If you guys want to go, and I kind of whisper this, there are other banks if we really want to get a better price, but
We can also
maybe I whispered just loud enough to get them to hear me. But this is probably fine with me. So it's up to you guys, really.
yeah, I mean, they are working with us here, so
Not all of us have a pretty sight like you, Surigar.
True. And he also has a bag of coins that he took from the Argent Foil.
Yeah.
yeah, really, Sergar's just kind of got his cake and ate it too.
You got that
When you
blood
do
money.
good, life does good back to you. Excellent.
So I'll
What a freak.
stand there, up him haw a second, be like, $9.50 a bar, and the bank covers our stay and tabs while we're in town.
So, sir, that is just absurd.
We're only planning on being here a night.
Listen, we're running a business here. And he pushes a tray of bags. And there are 95 platinum pieces in each of them.
I get a 70-30 split. Platinum to gold.
Oh, sir.
They don't carry anything that small.
Yeah, he'll give you that. You do the math.
I'll do the math.
Oh God!
Can we get it in gold, or does it have to be in platinum? Or?
If you need
600.
gold, that's gonna take me so much more time. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to charge you for
You said
that.
this is business. That's a you problem.
Yeah.
Look, sir, I thought we agreed to 950 gold pieces. Now, I appreciate that. If you want me to help you count them, that's fine with me. I mean, I can go back there and help you.
The verbiage was 950 gold, not 95 platinum or 9,500 silver. So
Now look, if you do 100 platinum flag right now, then we got a deal.
No, I'm afraid that's it, and I have to go to lunch. So shuts the window on the teller door, the teller thing.
Yeah.
Does he like scoop all the gold bars from us?
No, they're already in good hands.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Sorry for the rambunctiousness.
You're just talking to closed door.
No, I give like the, as he's like shutting it.
When he goes to shut it, can I stick my hand underneath and be like,
I like smack it.
just
like, stop.
enough to stop it?
Let's go before the cops get
Come
called
on.
on us.
All right, so we,
Last
so
thing
we
we
got
need to do is get a
95
face planted
platinum
us.
each.
Yeah. Except for Meleon, who was the first person to ask and the only person he got gold for.
Yeah,
Well,
that's fine. So
well,
I'll
how am
just
I gonna pay Meleon back now? I only have platinum
We can
pieces.
go to a,
He
we can
has
go to a
gold for
different bank if
change.
you need change.
Oh my god.
They just keep taking a
Central
little
Bank of
haircut off of it
Meleon.
each time, and then you
I
you're just
have
completely
other things to
destitute.
do than
Wait,
spend time at the
wait.
bank.
Minari, how much do you owe him again?
I don't know, Meleon, how much do I owe you?
Well, after interest, you'll
Gee,
probably.
no, don't even.
I'm kidding. I think it's 10 gold, so 1 platinum would be fine.
Okay. I give you 1 platinum.
All right. And before you go, there's another teller that just finished up with someone else, and they say, "Hey, are you looking to trade those in as well?" And he gestures to like the mithril that you're wearing, Surugar, and he even makes a subtle gesture at the mithril that's peeking out, probably from where Farron's trying to hide it.
No.
Suit yourself. It fetches a pretty penny.
I know. I paid a pretty penny for it.
What did you pay? I might pay more.
225.
Ooh.
I don't think I could sell it to you for more than that in good faith. I'd be robbing you blind.
Really?
I give
My
Surugar
religion doesn't allow for that.
Well, I'd give you 500 right now.
Tell you what, if I can find another piece of armor, I'll come back here and take you up on that deal. But until then, I'm afraid I have to hold on to it.
I'm afraid the deal is only valid for this very second.
All right, then I don't need it.
Yeah, very unfortunate because we need his armor more than he needs the money.
Yeah.
Suit yourself.
This is why I hate
Can
bureaucracy.
Can we get out of the bank? I hate these places.
All right. You guys head back out onto the streets and you smell that. You get a whiff of that sweet smell on the air. And this is where we'll pick up next time. No XP either. You don't get XP for going to the bank.
Come on, Doug.
What about life EXP?
Half an hour of bank haggling.
It wasn't that long.
It was riveting.
That got everyone to sit up in their chairs arriving at the bank.
Honestly, it was a lot of engagement.